I go to outlet stores, specifically Nike outlet stores, for two main reasons, and I think most people are on the same page as me. One, because you never know what you're gonna find, and two, because you're looking for a good deal. Sometimes you find something really cool, and it's always less than retail because it's at an outlet store. But what if I told you that one day you would walk into a Nike outlet store, go back to the clearance wall, and all of the shoes in your size are marked down to $20 US, regardless of what the original retail price was? It sounds too good to be true, but believe it or not, this is actually a reality. This is something that can happen when your Nike outlet store gets Salesman sample footwear. Let me explain. What's going on, guys? Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you another What's in My Sock. No, that's not right. Bringing you another Nike outlet shopping video. Now, if you guys enjoy this series on my channel and want to continue seeing it happen whenever possible, be sure to support this video with a like. That would be greatly appreciated. But anyways, yesterday I was passing by one of my local Nike outlet stores, so I figured I would walk in, even though I had just been there a couple days ago. But boy, am I glad that I walked in, because they had some incredible deals, mainly because of one thing. They just got a shipment of Salesman sample footwear in, and all of it, or at least some of it, was on the clearance wall at an absolutely ridiculous price. So some of the prices on the shoes that they had were as cheap as you're ever going to find anything at a Nike outlet store. When they have Salesman samples, it is the equivalent of winning the lottery in the form of shoes at a Nike outlet, if that makes any sense at all. I'll explain why in today's video, but wait until you see what they had and for the price they had it for. So what is a Salesman sample? Basically, the way that it works is Nike would go to any of their retailers that are going to be ordering their products, and instead of just showing them a picture, they would show them a physical version of that product, a sample. Whether it's footwear, apparel, equipment, any of their products, they're generally ordered about 9 months in advance of the official release. So they have to have something to show the retailer so they can hold it in their hands and see exactly what they're ordering. Now, sometimes these sample shoes are pre-production variations that aren't going to be exactly the same as the version that they will get 9 months in advance of ordering. Sometimes they are exactly the same, but that is what a Salesman sample is. So once that product is no longer in the order catalog, they have to get rid of it. It's still stock, it's still a very usable piece of footwear or usable piece of apparel, whatever it may be. So what do they do with those Salesman samples? They send them to the outlet stores, and usually one outlet store will get a bunch of samples. It won't necessarily be spread out across the entire country. It tends to be very, very random when these Salesman samples show up at a random Nike outlet store. But when they do, the prices are absolutely ridiculous. So they won't come in the regular retail box because they never had a regular box to begin with. Usually as well, the Salesman samples, it depends on if it's a basketball shoe or a running shoe or a training shoe or a soccer cleat, whatever it may be. They're usually in a size 9 or 10 US. That's generally sample size, just because that is how Nike does it. That's how they've always done it. But when these samples end up at a Nike outlet store, they have a fixed price of usually about $40, which is super, super cheap. So even if the original retail of the shoe was $300, $400, no matter what it is, whether the original retail was $300 or the original retail was $100, the Salesman sample price on the clearance wall is pretty much always $40. I have seen them at $60 at certain Nike outlets when you do see samples, but usually, majority of the time, they list at $40 US, which is insanely cheap, depending on what they have, of course, and they had some really, really good stuff this time. Before we take a look at what they had, a couple things to note. This was a Canadian Nike outlet store, so all of the prices are listed in, of course, Canadian dollars, but I'll convert the final price after all the discounts to US dollars, just because that's what everyone's more familiar with. Also, all of these sample shoes were on the clearance wall, and the clearance wall at, well, basically yesterday, was an extra 30% off with the lowest price on the clearance wall. So it was an extra discount on what was already a very, very low price. So keep in mind that every shoe I'm about to show you, the price on the clearance wall was $39.99 plus an extra 30% off in Canadian dollars converted to US dollars. That ends up being $22 and change, like $22.70 or something like that, which is outrageously cheap considering that some of these shoes retailed for $230 US. So the first two shoes that really jumped out at me that I saw immediately that I was like, wow, that's an awesome deal for those, was the Dark Lightning Nike Mercurial Vapor 11. Really, really good colorway. These were all a size 9 US, by the way. It's the only size they had, again, because these were Salesman samples. And they also had the Vapor 11 in the Floodlights Pack colorway. So again, Vapor 11s in two pretty good colorways for only $22. That is absolutely insane. They also had the CR7 Chapter 3, I wanna say Chapter 3, Mercurial Victory 6, $20. Again, absolutely ridiculous price, even though the original retail wasn't that steep. The Mercurial X Finale 2 Indoor, $20. The Mercurial X Proximo 2, so the current generation Mercurial X Proximo 2, retail on that is normally $175, $20 on sale. You could get the Magista X Proximo 2 in 3 different colorways, and I'll try to show all 3 colorways on screen. But again, every single one of those, a current model, regular retail, $175, all on sale for $20 US, which is as cheap as you'll find anything. They also had one colorway of the Nike Tiempo Legend 6. I realize that's an older model now, but still a very, very capable top-end shoe, normally $210 retail. Again, on sale for $20 as a Salesman sample. They also had the Tiempo X Proximo Indoor in the glow-in-the-dark colorway, if I remember correctly. All blue, really good looking shoe in my opinion, $20 because it was a sample. They also had the Nike Tiempo Genio 2. Yeah, it would be the Genio 2. Am I wrong? No, I think it was a Genio 2. I don't think I'm wrong. Those would be $20 as well. The Hypervenom Felon 2, also $20. They had the Hypervenom X Proximo Indoor in 2 different colorways. Again, I think that shoe is normally $150 retail. It's an older model now, but still, for $20, it still is a very, very capable performer. They had the Hypervenom Fatal 2 DF, normally a retail price on those of around $170, I wanna say, $20 because it was a sample. The Hypervenom X Finale in an all red colorway, which was really cool. I think those might glow in the dark as well. $20. All these prices are the same. I'm not sure why I'm telling you that they're all 20. And then they also had a bunch of different colorways of the Nike Free Hypervenom 2, which is a Hypervenom inspired sneaker. They probably had 6 or 7 different colorways, but I'm gonna show you 3 of them that I thought were really cool looking. I'm not sure if all of these actually released to the public. They were a size 9 US, just like the rest of the shoes that I'm telling you about here, but I normally wear like a size 9.5 or 10 in those. They tend to run a little bit snug. So I didn't end up picking these up, even though the 3 that I'm showing you I thought were all really, really good colorways. So that's just some of what they had. From what I was told by some of the employees working there, that was like 5% of what they had received. They were still in the process of unpacking everything and putting it out on the clearance wall. So basically what I think I'm going to do is I'm gonna actually finish this video, put it up on YouTube, and then head back there because I was kind of in a rush yesterday and go pick up some stuff for myself, whether it's soccer stuff or sneakers. They had a whole bunch of samples because I do wear a size 9, size 10, depending on the shoe, which is, luckily for me, sample size. So if you guys would be interested in perhaps a follow-up video of what I ended up buying at $20 a pop at this Nike outlet store, let me know down below in the comments, and if enough of you guys want to see it, I definitely will make that video happen. I guess a Nike outlet shopping video where I actually buy a fair amount of stuff, which I have yet to do on this channel, mainly because I don't need any of this stuff, but I'm gonna go buy it anyways. So that's pretty much it for this Nike outlet shopping video. I'm really curious to know, so let me know down below in the comments if this is something that you've ever come across at your local Nike outlet, no matter what part of the world you're in. I would say in the last 5 or 6 years of kind of frequently visiting Nike outlet stores, I've only come across this about 3 times. So it's very, very rare to find this kind of thing, but when it does happen, it is the best feeling in the world. Walking to the back of the clearance wall and having a whole bunch of shoes in your size for only $20. You can easily spend, and I have done it, spend $200 on a single soccer cleat or a single sneaker, sometimes even more than that. But if you can get 10 pairs of samples that are retail from $200 to $300 to who knows what amount for only $200, that is an awesome feeling, and that is why I like visiting Nike outlet stores and outlet stores in general. You never know what you're gonna find, and sometimes sometimes you find stuff that's really, really cool for absolutely ridiculous low prices. So like I said, after finishing this video, I'm headed back there right now. I probably will pick up a fair amount of stuff if I can find something that I like, which I'm pretty good at finding stuff that I like. So let me know down below in the comments if you would want to see a follow-up video on what I end up buying at this Nike or during this Nike outlet trip. Other than that though, guys, if you do have any questions for me, leave them down below in the comments. I'll do my best to get an answer out to you. If you enjoy the Nike outlet shopping series on my channel, or the outlet shopping series in general, want to continue seeing it happen when I do find cool stuff, be sure to support this video with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information linked down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.